All right. Think we're live, y'all. So I'm going to jump into this right quick. It's Friday. Uh, Leftover Hurricane Elsa has finally finished beating up my area so I can record. You won't hear thunder or rain. But I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their day to join me in an unannounced live stream. Doing this specifically because this format that I use to live stream on, it's called StreamYard. And for whatever reason, YouTube has been poo-pooing all over it when I've used it lately. For instance, the video I did yesterday with Braden only uploaded to 360. So this is supposed to be broadcast in 1080. So I figured I'd do a quick run through here with some news to see if it gets through at 1080 or if it's just YouTube playing with me. So before I jump into it, hey everybody, how you doing? Uncle Mike, how's it going? Joe Olson, Joe Wiley, Chris Bulldog, CZ, MD, Man Against the Masses, Kyle Bolin, sorry, Patrick Binder. How's everybody doing? So before I jump into it, I hope you're all having a great day. It's Friday. I hope it was a good one for you. And if you had Elsa come through your area, I hope everything is good for you. Hope it didn't flood too much, knock down too many power lines in your area. So I want to bring everybody some news that's come out from Missouri. As we know, and I've covered here, Missouri has passed the Second Amendment Sanctuary Act into law. Missouri's a Second Amendment Preservation Act, and it forebodes any local state police, any state officers from enforcing any of the unconstitutional gun control coming out of Washington, D.C., and even goes as far as imposing a $50,000 fine should somebody knowingly do it. Lone Star, thank you. 10 millimeter is the best millimeter. And I tell you what, if they ever hit the shelves again where I don't have to mortgage a child, I will be buying a 10 milli. And Louis, I agree. Elsa blows. Elsa was a little biatch. But so back to Missouri, Biden, and I covered that part too. Biden is going after Missouri, stating that they don't have the right to do what they did, but they actually do, because if you're a liberal state, then you don't have to, or you even forebode the enforcement of the illegal immigration law. But when a state flips it around and says we're not going to enforce your illegal gun control, they go crazy. But we actually have police departments, at least two, that have pulled out of their agreements with the ATF. So I figured I'd bring it through to you because it's reassuring, and I'm hoping more follow suit, especially with what's going on with Chipman. Because if he gets in, guys and gals, I hope you're all taking care of what you need to at home. So it is confirmed now that at least two police departments have pulled officers from assignments with the ATF. And that's big. That's really big. That's big news. Federal prosecutors have also asked all of the eastern agencies, the police agencies in Missouri, which is at least a dozen, on whether or not they will stop participating in federal gun crime investigations. If you're not familiar with how gun investigations work, the feds often utilize or lean on the information that's been garnered by local police departments, because who knows the local people better than the local police department, right? So they will jump in and take that information and then build their own case, and usually take whatever information they want and run with it. So we know now that the Missouri State Highway Patrol have pulled three troopers. They've suspended participation with the ATF task force they were assigned to. One was assigned on a full-time basis, and actually four, and three of them were on part-time basis. So three troopers were assigned to that task force. The O'Fallon Police Department has pulled two canine officers who were deputized by the ATF and utilized on an as-needed basis. Guys and gals, that's big news. And there are a lot of police chiefs right now that are telling the ATF that we might not be able to work with you if you're going to enforce this illegal, unconstitutional stuff. And it's really, really refreshing to see that. So yeah, that's the news out of Missouri. Real quick, I don't want this to be a long video. I needed to test this because this hasn't been fun the last couple of times I've used StreamYard. It's kind of caused me more pain than it might be worth, but I'm hoping this is a little redemption. So let me know what you guys and gals think. I'll hang around with y'all for a little bit more if you have any cool questions. But yeah, hit the thumbs up, share it, because the algorithm hates this channel, and ultimately they want it to be gone. So the only way to make sure we undo that hate is to forcefully prove that people want to see this stuff. Let's see who is here. OG Cabbage says it's buffering. Well, I hope that it's on your end, because I pay way too much for this high-speed internet here. So if it's buffering, I sorry, but I hope it's on your end. Ammo Hoarder 10 mil says, thanks for all you do. Thank you, man. I appreciate you more than you know. John Gray 357 SIG. Good round. Never really owned one, but I did shoot quite a bit of it back when the U.S. Air Marshals became a thing. When that was the round they would go into. Everybody wanted to play with that. What do we got here? Looks like we got 1,100 plus people in here. I hope you all having a fantastic day. I hope your weekend goes great. And like Booger Dog says, hit the like. that's a good name, man. General Pork, more than welcome to Missouri. Missouri is a place that I absolutely want to visit. I'm going to stay out of St. Louis because I think of all the coverage I gave certain prosecutors there that they probably wouldn't like me there. But yeah, I absolutely want to go to Missouri. It's one of the most gun-friendly states there are right now. All right, Bob, thank you. Says 1080 is looking good on his end. Good, thank you. Not one thumbs down. Now that I put that up, watch, here they come. Yeah, I just I hope that this is doing better. Like I said, the last couple of videos I did with this format here, I did one with Braden, and I did one with Big Josh from Black Diamond, and for whatever reason, man, yesterday's video with Josh, even though it's already, for those who have a channel or know how it operates, when you upload something, it goes through this processing period. Well, it finished processing and it still only produced a 360 resolution when I uploaded it at 1080. So it's aggravating when that happens, because it looks like poo. If somebody watches a video, they're gonna watch it less when it's low, standard quality, old VHS quality, I guess. We got Zombie Horde says, looks great. How about you bring to us? Keep up the great work. That's awesome. Thank you. Joker, what's the best defense round for 9? Well, there's a couple ways to answer that. First off, what do you see yourself, how do you see yourself employing that round? But generally your bonded hollow points, your self-defense rounds are good. Hornady makes some really, really good stuff. Gold Dot is really, really good round. So again, it depends on your how you're deploying that. So for my end that I've been in the last couple of decades, we take into account ballistics through windshields and stuff like that, and auto glass. And Gold Dot is a really good round for that. So there's no one answer that is going to make everybody happy on that. It's kind of a personal preference deal, or how you are going to utilize that round. Who's all from Tennessee? Hopefully one day soon. One day soon. There you go. Here's another one. Hornady critical defense. Really good round. If you can find it right now. And if you can find it, if it's under $1,700 a round. Dustin, thank you, man. Appreciate you. That's what I'm here to do, is to make sure people know what's going on. And I thank you all for watching. Can't do it without you, to be honest. What we got? Good point. CT says hollow point for skin, FMJ for metals and walls. Yeah, and certain materials, FMJ goes through a lot better than hollow point, because the materials will clog that void. Melinda, why does your Massachusetts State Police look like World War II era Nazis? Seriously. Here is the actual answer for you, and this might shock people, but you can look it up. So the Massachusetts State Police precede Hitler's crew. Hitler liked the uniforms of the Massachusetts State Police, and he emulated those. So that is, usually the Mass State Police take pride in saying they're the first in everything. But in this, sorry, the dog's barking. But in this area, they actually they got the bragging rights on that one. Let's see. Oops, it moves fast. Lee County, Florida. How we doing? Somebody it moved real quick. It was a question about Middleborough, Mass. We had an active shooter earlier, and to be honest with you, I decided I need to just get away from everything and unplug for a couple hours. So I went out and had lunch with some friends, which I haven't been able to do in a very long time. And I just got home. So I don't know, to be honest with you yet. I will be digging into it soon, but I wanted to come on here and talk with y'all and test this to see if I was going to smash this program or look up a different way to do things. But that's that. Something happened to Middleborough. I know they were looking in the area for quite a while. It was in the middle of Elsa, pouring down rain, and I really didn't. I just needed to get out. Robert, Virginia's up in the house. Lots and lots of different brands and types of ammo. Actually, proud of the diversity. That's cool. Yes, a diverse collection is a good collection. North Carolina's here. How we all doing? So I have a question for everybody here. If you're in the Houston area, I will be making a trip down to Houston soon. The NRA's annual meetings, and I'm not going for the NRA because I could care less about the NRA. But the NRA's annual meetings is coming up the first weekend in September. I think it's the first, second, and third, or the second, third, and fourth. I don't have a calendar, but if you're in the area, there is an event that's held that coincides with the NRA annual meetings every year that TGC hosts. John Patton over at the Gun Collective, and it's the TGC panel, and they always have big names in the Second Amendment and the YouTube space up there on the panel. And I'm going to be there this year. I was there at the last one in Indianapolis, so I plan on being there this year. And hopefully, if some of y'all will be there, I would really enjoy being able to shake y'all's hand. So if you're there, if you're in the area, let me know. I know he's announcing the date and the location soon, but if you're in the area, stop by. Chet, thank you. First off, I really think it's time for gun manufacturers and ammo manufacturers to get in this fight by stopping all sales to alien government agencies until the Second Amendment infringement stopped. That's an interesting avenue. I've thought about that myself for years, for decades. What would happen if? It's a good thought, man. I really think that would be good. But on the flip side, I don't think it would ever happen because of the sheer size. Again, greed is a sumbitch. The sheer size of those contracts for a company who survives mostly off those contracts to not do that. I don't know if you would ever see that happen, but I think that would make it an instant formidable point. Gilbert, thank you. Appreciate you. And actually, Shimmy says the same thing. LD and government sales, they absolutely dwarf civilian sales without question, in sheer volume and in sheer dollar signs. There's no question. It's not even close. Project Infinity. Is there a best way to contact you? I had an interesting situation with NFA application in Rhode Island. You might find intriguing. Well, Matt, shoot it to gunsandgadgets@charter.net. Just put something in the subject field where it doesn't get lost. I've said it numerous times on this channel. I am way behind on the email and the messages. In fact, I just saw an area that I'm not really good with, like keeping up with apps and stuff. I mean, I can use them. I understand how to use them, but I just found there's a whole section on Instagram where there was like 700 plus unread messages, and I feel terrible, but I didn't even know that even existed. But I just found it on accident while I was at lunch because they told me about it. So I'm not good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not good at responding to everything because it's coming from every angle: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, email, wife, kids. But make it stand out. No, I will check it out. Big Dog Alpha lives in Houston. Hopefully you come out to that event, man. Hopefully you come out. It'd be cool to meet some of y'all. Let's see. If you go to Texas, you have to go to Drive Tanks. I was there at the Gundies this past was October, November. Yeah, I remember I actually was lucky enough to win an award there, which was super humbling. Breakthrough Creator of the Year. Yeah, it's an awesome place. I can't wait to go back. I really want to go back so that I can have more time alone with the different facets of that place, because Ox Ranch is amazing and it's huge, and we saw like a sliver of it. I'd love to go back, but it's a big trip I'd have to save for. F Bobby, what's up, buddy? Phoenix Ammo stopped selling to their state. Yep, I remember reading that. We got here. Just me, or maybe not. You're a good man. Thank you. Really value the info you put out. You cut through all the... That's a good one. Good way to put it. Thanks, man. That's what I try to do. Just the facts type deal, let people know what they need to do and how they can act on it. What do we got? Oh, I just refresh. What's this one? I just asked my supervisor to support constitutional sanctuary status for my county in Mississippi, and that would be Jones County, Mississippi. Awesome. Hopefully it goes through. It's going to need a lot of legwork because politicians don't do anything on their own without being pressed to do it, so stay on them. Richard LB, stopping animal sales would do nothing and remind these agencies bought up millions of rounds, including Social Security. Yeah, under Obama, they procured all the ammo basically for agencies that at the time weren't even carrying guns. It was an interesting time. Wayne, come to Arizona, please. I'd love to one day. Absolutely would love to. Boom, 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 boom. Where's the beef? Remember those commercials for the older cats here? Remember those commercials from Wendy's? Those were awesome. That little old lady was awesome. What's this, James? You helped the other YouTuber the other day. There's a vet going through the same problem with a neighbor who's losing his case. Posted a YouTube video 2 months ago. Shoot me an email. And I'll look into it. Brent, come to Florida. I actually might be taking a trip down soon to I'll announce it and I'm in the when I have it locked down, so we can do something. Maybe we can do a meet and greet or something. But it'll be to the central-ish, western-ish part of the state. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate you. Oh, this thing refreshes so fast. Awesome. Here's a good one. Steve, aloha for the Ninth Circus. It is. However, I mean, the Ninth Circuit could, in a 2-year period from now, we could all be praising the Ninth Circuit for bad things, but it ultimately could play out well. We'll see. Marauder, Charles Nichols' lawsuit against California's open carry ban has been going for 10 years now. What are your thoughts on that? So I know there's a couple lawsuits similar in scope. I'm not familiar with this particular lawsuit, but I do know that there were some very long-standing cases or cases that were ongoing for a long period of time is probably a better way of saying it, in the ninth, not just California, but for instance, the Young v. Hawaii case was the longest running case of its kind in the country. And remember, we have that thing that gives us the right to a speedy trial. I don't know about you, but 10 years, there ain't nothing speedy about 10 years. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with that in particular lawsuit. But if it's against California, enough said, I guess. California sucks when it comes to gun control. Let's see. Please recap Missouri news. So I won't do the whole thing over again, but there are police departments who are separating and pulling officers who are on assignment with the ATF in certain task forces. So the Second Amendment Preservation Act in Missouri is causing, I guess it's having the outcome that it was intended to have. There's been at least 2 PDs that have pulled a total of 6 officers, I think it was, 4 troopers and 2 canine officers for a local PD, and federal prosecutors are checking in with at least a dozen other PDs in the state to see where they lie with this. So stay tuned because those numbers might be skyrocketing soon. Melinda, Jared, you're doing a great job with the Second Amendment. You're the modern Paul Revere. Thank you. Appreciate that. And it's funny you say that because I live in this area. I have been for most of my life, minus a 3-year period. But now that I am definitely planning on the next step in my life, in the next geographic location, I'm going to actually go to see the Paul Revere House again. I haven't seen it since I was a kid on the Freedom Trail, but I want to do, actually, you know what? Let me know down below if y'all want to see that. I'm going to do all of I want to record for personal reasons, but maybe I'll do a video on some of them, of some of the spots that were instrumental in what we are now, what we now know as America, like Lexington, Concord, Bunker Hill, Paul Revere's house, certain spots like that, Paul Revere's shop, the area where they did the Boston Tea Party. Like they don't have a real ship there. Now they have a replica ship in the exact same spot. But if you wanted to see some of those things, let me know. And I was going to do that stuff anyway and record it just for myself and my kids. But let me know if that's something you guys and gals might like to see. But thank you, Melinda. Let's see. Here's a good one. Citizen Soldier. Legal weed laws are a trap for gun owners unless the question is removed from background check form. I agree with you 100%. I've been covering that part for a couple of years now, actually since the beginning of the channel when I was talking about the Massachusetts LTC process, license to carry. It is there for a reason, and that reason is not to do anything other than to make more prohibited people. That's it. I mean, no matter how, and I said this in the video I did on it that YouTube hated, no matter what your personal feelings are on marijuana itself. I know there's people on both sides. It's terrible, it's great. And then there's a bunch of people in the middle who really don't have a strong opinion. For me, I'm just not a fan. I don't try to take anything in. I don't even like to take aspirin. I don't like to take Advil. I don't like to take anything. I mean, black coffee and water is pretty much my life. But you can't deny that there is a medical benefit that has been proven. So that alone should be cause to at least take it off it's a Schedule 1 controlled dangerous substance according to the federal government. And Schedule 1, if you're familiar with it, is based off of how addicting and the lack of medical benefit. I'm just paraphrasing because I don't have the correct verbiage in front of me, but that's the basis of how they rank things in the schedules. I mean, if marijuana has a good proven medical benefit, then that alone should have it taken off of at least the federal banned substance. But not everybody thinks that way. I'm just thinking out loud critically. Am I a fan of marijuana? I'm not. I've never smoked it. I'm not a fan of it. but that's just me. But I don't look down on people who do it, or smoke it, utilize it, or take edibles or CBD oil. There's a benefit to it. Just like I drive a Dodge Durango. Doesn't mean people who drive a Chevy Tahoe are wrong, And that's often the problem we have in our community, the Second Amendment community. It's either you're a Glock guy or a SIG guy, you're a 9 or a 45. And we just, we got to get over that stuff. And this is an area that I think maybe could benefit from, a relook from the people who handle this stuff, I guess. Yeah, John, you ain't lying, but you know what? Freedom don't live in this state anymore. There's a few of us that are here. There's more of us than you would think that are here. But this state, yeah. It's gone. I can't see who said it because it just refreshed. Somebody said I'm moving to Chicago. I've been there a few times. I ain't going to live there. Gary. Yeah, I've liked the Durango since they came out with them. I remember I lived in New Orleans at the time when they came out, and I just liked them. And I finally got to the point where I could actually buy one. All right. So we've been at this for 26 minutes. Again, I'm testing this process here, the StreamYard, making sure it's still coming through. Guys, please let me know if the quality is still up there. It's supposed to be 1080. Hopefully it stayed that way through this whole thing. We'll do a couple more quick questions, and then I will let you get back to your Fridays. Ocelot Records. From a fellow mass peon. This state's politics and laws are ridiculous. Amen. Keep up the great work. Not enough folk trying as hard as you to keep us informed. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Really it does, because the state sometimes, if you're not self-motivated, you can really feel defeated here. Not just in the Second Amendment realm, in a lot of realms. Because if you look up nanny government in the dictionary, it says see Massachusetts. Freedom Meow. Drugs are simply a test of self-strength in life. They either make you or break you. Bluegrass, I agree with you. Need the government to stay out of my business. They need to stay out of all of our lives. They're not there to be our advisors. They're our employees. Eric, I'm going to butcher that. Zalima. Crazy how Dems get power, and instead of applying to their base by legalizing implant, they spread all their guns and getting the illegals in. Yeah. Well, it's part of it's a chess game with them. And we all know that. It's a chess game. And the problem is, it's not just the Dems, man. It's both sides. They're both playing their own end game, and they work together more often than you realize. It's just, there's a big chess game going on, and the faster, and people are waking up, and that's part of the good thing over the last year and a half. There are a lot of people waking up to it. We just need people to wake up a little faster. This refreshed again. Let's see if I can get back. John Citizen, license plate frame guy. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Still got it. It's still rocking. Nobody's hit it yet. William Kemp, Texas. I'm about 95% set on what I'm going to do. But Texas is still, there's still a little bit of me that says Texas is where to be, but we'll see. I guess I don't count my chickens before they hatch, but. Dave Diz, how do you read all this live chat? It ain't easy because it refreshes a lot and it moves fast. Oftentimes I'll watch the replay and slow it down. Is a good one. Massachusetts equals more nanny than the King of England in 1776. Yeah. That's how does Johnny say? That's a spicy one, right? If you think, what is that, Placid Saint? If you think buying a gun en masse is a pain, wait until you try to buy a suppressor. Well, you can't in Massachusetts as an individual. Even if I was still on the job, even as a law enforcement officer, I couldn't buy one as an individual. It would have to be it would have to be department property. Massachusetts is not a suppressor friendly state. We can, knock on wood, we can do SBRs, assuming the ATF likes you and they don't want your videos and disapprove you 4 times. ATF, AFT. All right. 1.6K likes on a 1.7K in the stream. Awesome. Thank you all. I really appreciate y'all. So let me know whether it's in the comment here live or if you watch the replay. Let me know down below a couple things. If you'd be interested in those freedom locations here in Massachusetts and New England. I mean, there are more of them than just in Mass. And if there's a good kickback, I'll definitely put forth the effort to get some filming done. Also, let me know what you think about the new lighting and stuff. I know I've asked a couple of times, but this means a lot to me. I want this to be as good as an experience for you as it is for me to do as well. So let me know about the new lighting that we bought here. And now I'm using this microphone, but when I'm not doing the live format, let me know what the new microphone's like. Many of y'all have noticed the investment I put in the new camera. So it's not this camera. This one, technology is a weird thing. I buy a nice new camera that's clean and crisp, and it was a serious investment, but it doesn't work with this live system. So whatever. But let me know how it's going. If you have any suggestions or tweaks or whatever, I'd appreciate it. I thank y'all, really do, from the bottom of my heart. I will not do this without y'all. So thank you for keeping to come back here. You guys and gals motivate me more than you know. You really do. Even in a point where YouTube is trying their best to make sure I get demotivated, y'all are constant and you're part of the family. And I hope y'all realize that. So thank you for taking part in today's little experiment here and learning about Missouri. And I appreciate y'all, man, really. And I hope to see as many as I possibly can in Texas at Houston. If you're going to be there, if you're going to go to the NRA show, if you do go to the NRA show, it's free if you're an NRA member. I know a lot of people, I'm not going for the NRA. I'm going to meet you all. So if you're in the area, go to the show. And if you see me, stop me. I want to meet you guys and gals because you're the reason I do it. And don't forget the TGC panel that's coming up. It'll be announced soon. Stay tuned to TGC's social and all that stuff. And I want to meet you all there as well. So I look forward to it. It's not too far away. And until we see each other again, guys and gals, thank you for your time. Appreciate you all more than you know. And I will be checking the comments about those questions I asked you because it really means a lot. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. I'll see you on the next one, y'all. Take care. Let's see if I can. There we go. Take it easy.